Another way to be prepared at all times is emotional readiness. And the way that that shows up in your live performance is being connected to what it is you're rapping about. And a larger way to connect with that is being comfortable with yourself, with who you are and what you do. That makes such a difference in how you perform, because then it doesn't become about the applause or the roar or any response from the crowd. It doesn't determine if what you are doing is great and valuable to those in attendance. So it's important for you to do the due diligence of understanding what it is that you are writing in these raps. The generation before me was keep it real, live by your rep, live what you rap about, keep it thorough, you know what I'm saying? And so you just don't want to fraud. Understanding the importance of every single word that you wrote to this song, it makes a difference. You become more confident, you become more steadfast, you were able to dig your heels in the sand per se, and that is really what a lot of people connect with. And the larger point of being confident in yourself, knowing your assignment, knowing the lane that you're in, knowing your capabilities, knowing your shortcomings, even understanding, like in my case, to be honest, y'all, looking back on the show, I felt really rusty because it had been a year. So that mental readiness wasn't on 10. That physical readiness wasn't on 10. So what was I able to rely on to have a successful performance? That emotional readiness. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I've been in this situation, in this scenario a million times. Because of that, I know the different outcomes that can and likely will occur based off of the songs that I perform, the content of my music, my presence, being who I am, the connections that I have with the people in the audience, be it friends, associates, or complete strangers. That is what leads to the necessity of spiritual readiness. Because here's what happens. When people sense that you are connected to what you are rapping about, there is an opportunity to go deeper with that person and convert them into a fan, a supporter. And it's not just about that, right? But what that does is it eliminates this need to have an altar call performance. Because here's what happens. And I'm going to briefly speak to a lot of Christian artists. When they go out into non-Christian events, they feel like they're on assignment and it's this one big boom where they perform and it results in an altar call or, a deliverance opportunity. Fam, that is not how that works in 99% of the cases. And truth be told, you probably don't want that anyway, because what's going to happen is you're going to get off stage. Someone's going to approach you and there's a line that you said that touched a segment of their life that you didn't know that they were dealing with, struggling with, looking for an answer to, and you helped them with that one line. When you wrote that line, you weren't thinking about that person over there with the flannel shirt. You know what I'm saying? You might have thought the line was fire, fits with the overall theme of the song. Great, it can go here. You're not even thinking of 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years down the line, however long it is you're performing that song, where it is actually connecting with the audience and how it is doing so. That person is going to approach you and talk about the line that connected with them. And what you don't want to do is, y'all appreciate it, fam. Because in many cases, that thing is not something that they normally talk about. And they definitely don't talk about it with a stranger, but you spoke to it with your art. And so how do you respond to that? You could share your connection to that line because that may be connected to something that you experienced before. So now you have the wisdom of how to handle that situation or circumstance. Or you can just be an ear and a presence and affirm someone's experience. That is ministry, let me tell you. It's not always praying for, laying hand, that may not be the moment for that. There may be a follow-up session. I've met with fans at coffee shops. I've had deeper conversations in DMs and phone calls and all different types of ways to connect and help that person through. Now, if you have the space, to disciple them through that thing, that's on you. Personally, not as much as I used to. So that's why it's important to be spiritually ready, because let me tell you, you don't know